So I have already made one video about this match because it was very interesting. Go and check that one out. That one's about V1 and how they are good as a team, but this one is more focused on one particular thing, and that is Victor's Neon, because we don't get to see too much Neon in the pro scene, particularly from the top teams. Liquid use Neon on Haven as well, but I thought that this was the best use of Neon that we saw from any team so far with this agent, and so I thought I'd share it with you and see some of the things that they were doing. And one of the things that was really impactful early on was Neon's ability to just disrupt the timing of utility. For instance, we would see a lot of breach stuns or Astrosucks put in certain positions, and they would just miss because the Neon, was just running past where they already were. And we're going to see some of that straight away here on round number 2. So let's take a look at what they did, and Victor here playing on our Neon. So as you can see, very, very fast, right? And this breach stun from Effie's here from version 1 is just not fast enough, and Victor's able to just outrun it. And whilst this is stunning, Victor's already gone. Then this was really cool, by the way, because then we get the breach stun out here. We then are going to get Victor, running it all the way up, and he's already in this position. And so, he's already taken a lot of control. And then as we run this forward as well, he's going to take a quick jump peek there. He's going to put up his wall. So this is like just everything Neon, right? And they get this kill here, but then he's going to, run straight up. He uses a stun on the same time, and in he goes, right? And it was absolute chaos. And this is what V1 was struggling with a lot, was just that. Just like absolute, how long did that round even last? It's 122, so that round lasted, about 20 seconds, and it was already over. And that's pretty much what OpTic were doing in these early rounds, and we saw there straight away, just absolute spam of utility, getting there super fast with the Neon. I just thought it was really, really cool. And this kind of thing continued early on as OpTic took a big early lead, and this was no exception. This is round number 5 here, 3-1 to OpTic, and we're actually going to see a Neon ult. Now, it's not going to go perfectly well, and the reasons why are pretty self-explanatory, but as you can see, in goes the Neon, and again, just absolute chaos as the Neon enters the site. We get some smokes down, and we get the first kill as the Sky again is completely caught off guard, right? You can see that the Sky is still pulling out their gun, obviously just not expecting anyone to be in that area. Now, we do get this breach ult, and that breach ult did mean, you can see here that the rest of the teammates, did have to retreat because of this breach ult. And so the Neon is unfortunately not going to get as much impact perhaps as we would like, but if they did have to use a breach ult to just ult the Neon, then that's perfectly fine. And OpTic, by the way, do end up winning this round. So as you can see though, the Neon ult, I think it does slow down a bit when stunned by the breach ult, but I don't think it stuns down like as much as noticeably as a gun would. So I still think, quite a bit of damage was possibly done there, even when fully stunned with the Neon ult. Now, this is a round that you might have seen as well, round number 7, because again, the Neon just ability to run past the utility was really, really good. And we're going to see the same thing happen again here as we get this breach stun here from V1 again that was coming down like this. But as you can see, the Neon is already past it, and the Neon uses the wall to stop any peaks from here to get into short and get, that early control over short. And it was just too fast, right? V1, it took some time for them to figure out what was going on because it was just too fast for them. You see they put a suck down here to get anyone as well, potentially on short, and Victor's ended up in this position here. Now, V1 are kind of aware that he might be there, so they send out the Skydog and confirm, that yes, he is there. But then look at this, he's going to dodge an op shot and get the aftershock out as well, and just run back, and you waste that utility. But then this I thought was really cool as well. Victor's just going to sprint around the entire map and follow in the drone here towards Garage, slide in, everything's going crazy, he's going super fast, stuns, gets in there as well. Whippy here is going to miss this op shot and teleport away, but then in goes Victor again and gets that kill. But this is what this round I thought was perhaps the most interesting one, and I think the best way you could potentially use Neon is use Neon as kind of a pressure tool on certain sites, bait out some utility from the defenders, have the rest of your team kind of play in a more kind of defaulty manner, spread out along the map as OpTic are doing here, and then use that to pressure one side of the map, get out, escape, and then just use like they did here, where they go and just pressure another side of the map very fast, right? And faster than the defenders can react to it, faster than the defenders can ever, do anything about it, because obviously what had happened is the rotations have been dragged over towards this A site. But now look at where they are already pressuring pretty heavy with these agents here. You can pressure different parts of the map much quicker than the defenders can react to it, and that is why it worked pretty well for OpTic in these early rounds. And now let's come to round 10. And again, we have our man Victor here, and this time it's going to be a garage hit. And again, just everything this time is super, super fast, and it's going to be, you know, lightning quick and perhaps too quick for the V1 players to fully react to. As you can see there, just super, super fast, right? They do slow down a bit here, but the sprint into garage, the slide, the wall, in it all goes. This stun is actually really good and actually catches Xander. Xander's actually going to punish them because he just stays quiet. But I think Victor here, you know, just misses him out because he just would believe that someone's stunned. But as you can see, completely caught off guard is Whippy there because he's not expecting that anyone could have come around, you know, this fast and crossed, you know, this part of the map already, you know, like he hadn't seen anyone cross from this side, so he's not expecting anyone to be there. So he's caught out and not expecting anyone to be that close. As I mentioned, if our man Victor turns the other way, he probably gets a free kill there as well. But you know, he didn't see anyone shoot at him, so he probably thinks that it's clear. As we run this forward, that's actually gonna, you know, punish them a bit. Because as you can see here, Xander sitting up here is able to get 2 for free, and we end up in a 1v1. And I'm pretty sure, in fact, I'm definitely sure that V1 got the clutch in the end. But I thought that the use of Neon in these couple rounds was kind of the first time that I've really gone, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now, unfortunately for OpTic, you know, defensively, I do still think Neon is lacking, and they didn't win a defensive round, which kind of, you know, adds to that point. But I did think that there were some really interesting things attacking wise that they did, you know, disrupting the timing of utility and using just like a pressure tool at different parts of the map, and, you know, just going there very fast was really, really cool. And overall, I thought this was the best use of Neon that I've probably seen so far.